Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The APC in Edo State, or let me say nationally, is becoming a house of comedy because so many things are happening right now. As I'm talking to you, the APC primaries is ongoing, where Ize Iyamu had already voted. Other persons also have voted, but guess what? There is a letter that have already been sent by Victor Giadem that APC Edo primaries remain postponed. He had written to INEC and also to DSS. So much confusion. It's really surprising that all of this is happening. We do not even know who the current, chairman, acting chairman of APC is, because number one, Ajimobi, that they said is been there, has not uttered a word, even concerning the primaries. The person who came in to sit, I don't know if he sat temporarily as the national chairman of APC, was actually Hilliard Eta, who is the South chairman or vice chairman of PDP, of APC. And he was the one that came in acting as the national chairman, and he now appointed the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, to be in charge of the primaries. And guess what? The primaries is ongoing. And this Hilliard Eta was not for once, brought in by Nick, but I think he still have a good relationship with Adams Oshimole. Right now, so much confusion is going on in APC. And the news said that the factional acting national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Victor Giadem, has written to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to disregard the ongoing party primaries in Edo State. Giadem claimed that the party has not inaugurated any committee for the election. He advised the electoral body not to offer any form of support to the factional primaries committee under the leadership of Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma. All right, let me just read exactly what he wrote in the letter, because I'm privy to the letter, so I'm going to read exactly. He said, according to him, the theme of his letter is, Dear Chairman, no APC gubernatorial primary committee has been inaugurated for Edo State, and no primaries planned for Monday, June 22, 2020. And he wrote, they said, report reaching me is that some persons have perfected plans to conduct direct gubernatorial primaries for our great party in Edo State next week, under the purported chairmanship of His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodinma on Monday, June 22, 2020. Kindly note that as the acting chairman of our party, I did not authorize such committee, neither have I inaugurated one. The earlier announced date for the primaries, that is June 22nd, 2020, has been postponed. You are therefore advised not to give any support to any such committee or to monitor any such primaries. A new date for the primaries will be communicated to you soonest. We regret the inconveniences this might cause your commission. A copy of this letter is being sent to the relevant law enforcement agencies. The chairman of Edo State APC, Mr. Anselm Ejegwa, for their information and necessary action. And you won't believe it that even the chairman of Edo State APC had also written a letter, showing that there is nothing like, primaries today. And I have his letter also here, and he is writing it on the basis of the fact that Victor Giadem is the national chairman. And according to the news, as I'm talking about this Anselm guy, that's Anselm Ojagwa, he is the Edo State chairman for APC. And the news having that the chairman of the All Progressive Congress in Edo has declared the ongoing party primaries as illegal. This was contained in a letter written by Ojezua to the State Commissioner of Police on Monday morning. In the letter, Ojezua also claimed that the primaries were being organized by some dissident element, adding that it was unauthorized, provocative, and illegal. Let me read the content of his letter so that you guys can also hear. According to him, he says here, no APC gubernatorial primary committee has been inaugurated for Edo State and no primaries planned for Monday, June 22nd. He said, I humbly write to draw your attention to a letter dated the 18th of June 2020 from Honorable Victor Giadom, the acting national chairman of the party or of our party, the All Progressive Congress, with regards to the above subject matter. In that letter, he made it clear that he did not inaugurate nor authorize the setting up of any committee to conduct gubernatorial primaries in Edo State. Furthermore, he reiterated that the primaries earlier slated for June 22nd has been postponed to a later date to be communicated in due course. I have attached a copy of the said letter for reference and information. The purpose of this letter, therefore, is to notify you of this development and to inform you that the purported primaries being organized by some dissident element in the party is unauthorized, provocative, and illegal. Besides, the mode being proposed for the exercise clearly violates the extant regulation and protocols put in place by government to combat COVID-19 pandemic. I am to prevail on you not to unwittingly aid illegal activity that have the tendency to lead to a breach of peace and even a breakdown of law and order. Rather, I implore you to use your good office to ensure that the exercise is aborted in order not to senselessly expose our members and other citizens to danger. Please accept the assurance of my highest regard and esteem. And he signed Amselin Ojazua Esquire, State Chairman of that, and he's writing to the Commissioner of Police, Edo State Police Command. And guess what? As we are talking to you right now, everything is ongoing. Even Ize Iyamu has voted. You see the pictures there. Ize Iyamu has voted. And this is really, really surprising. I mean, a house of commotion. Call it house of commotion, not even a house of comedy. They are going left, right, center. And Ojimobi, who was being mentioned as the right person to be in that position, we've not even heard from him. Some people say he's dead. Some people say he's not dead, and all of that. Now, even in Rivers State, don't forget that this guy before now, Victor Giadom, was actually the assistant. Was actually the assistant secretary of PDP, and right now, as I'm talking to you, he has been kicked out officially, and they have brought in another person. And they have announced, they gave the guy everything that is now the deputy secretary of the party. So much confusion. And Nigerians have also decided to speak out concerning it. This one say clearly so. But the lawless one won't listen, and eventually the court will do the needful. Let them continue to act their scripted, uninteresting drama. And another person here say, all of you wanting to kill yourself for political power, do you guys have a career outside of politics at all? What are your motives in politics? Because if it is to indeed serve your people, you won't be this desperate harbor. Another one says here, only a kid will be expecting APC to have a candidate in the next election. This fight has finally engulfed the entire party. They will be used as a pawn in the hands of judiciary soon. And another person says here, we are getting there. From passing executive order to stop the primaries, to swearing that election would take place over his dead body, to declaring the election illegal, it has shown that Obaseki is just a toothless noisemaker in Edo State, a crowd who ride on IPOB-generated social media waves to deceive himself. Obaseki, you will learn lesson in September 19. Congratulations to Pastor Ize Iyamu. That person there is speaking in favor of Ize Iyamu. So much is happening. This one says here that APC and confusion are like 5 and 6. And that is what we are saying. Adam Oshimole just a few days ago was kicked out. No coordination at all. This one is coming out, I am in charge. This one comes out, I am in charge. This one comes out, we don't even know what's going on. And guess what? all of this would have been put under control if there was NEC meeting. If there was NEC meeting, everything would have gone perfectly well. But unfortunately, these guys are not ready for anything. It's so surprising that we are seeing all of this happen in a party that claims to be in charge of Nigeria. You know, PDP, I think whatever that is happening right now, though most people are still predicting that they will carry the day, APC will carry the day, but with all amount of fairness, I don't think it will be as easy as expected, because right now the house is in rancor. Imagine, for example, the ongoing APC primaries. Even the state chairman of APC is not in support of it. Instead, he's queuing up behind Gyadom to consolidate the fact that whatever that is going on in APC as primary is totally illegal, provocative, which therefore means he is not supporting it. So the whole issue is becoming very, very funny, and it's a pointer to the fact that even one voting in an APC man in Edo State, you may be making a big mistake. I'm not supporting PDP, God bears me witness, but based on the trend of events we've seen thus far, it clearly shows, man, those guys are not in order, and that may affect the running of Edo State if people don't take time in voting in, the APC guy. But however, I feel that from now till 19 of September, where the main election will take place, they will sit down, coordinate themselves, and do that which is right. If not, what we saw in Rivers State, where they couldn't even provide for themselves a candidate for the gubernatorial election, may likely happen this time. Well, we'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section, let us interact. What's your position